Honestly, I feel like time, especially during this past year, has really been manipulated in some way. I don't know how to describe it, but sometimes it feels like things are going by so fast and also things are going by so slow.
I've just been really trying to sort of stay in the moment, you know, in my classes, having meals with people.
I think my favorite class this year was biophysics. The Pomona College education is really rigorous, and that is partly because of, in my opinion, the close connection you have with faculty. Because you kind of don't just blend into the background of like a 200 people lecture.
I have these super close mentorship relationships with many different professors.
I would, of course, like to shout out thesis advisor, Professor Negrito.
Professor Sazinski, being able to get a lot of professional advice and building that mentoring relationship.
I really connected well with Professor Cavalcanti.
Professor Phillip Choi in the physics department. He's definitely someone that is always there for you, is very supportive.
I feel very fortunate. I have a lot of gratitude to the fact that my students are as engaged as they are, and they're still kind of open to kind of talking to me and engaging with me. We're switching topics completely, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're getting to Posse stuff.
So Maria is one of my 10 Posse Miami students.
Phil is my Posse mentor. I am part of the Posse Scholarship Program, where 10 students get a full tuition scholarship to attend Pomona College. And each Posse gets assigned faculty or staff member when they are freshmen. There is more to being on a college campus than just the social and just the classwork. So a lot of our conversation is not just about her academics, since I'm not her academic advisor, but it's often about life on campus. I think just more in a mentorship role, he has been incredibly supportive and is part of my support system. I have some news.
Oh, yeah.
I got into Cambridge.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
So when did you find out?
On Tuesday.
It's okay, I was gonna say after the weekend.
Yes.
What's the timing looking like?
I would be leaving October of this year.
Okay.
And it's an 11-month master's.
I'm so happy for her because she has worked incredibly hard. You know, as an 18-year-old student coming in, not exactly knowing what you're gonna do, but setting yourself up to be impactful and affect changes is really satisfying to see that.
I thought this might have been the right protein.
What amino acids did you throw it between?
2 glycines.
Phil is a self-starter. He's been in my lab since he was a sophomore. He was emailing me over COVID to make sure, like, the minute he got onto campus for real, he could get into a lab and start doing things.
Professor Sazinski is always there when you need him for, like, resources to find some new ideas, just to check in, ask for some help, but he kind of lets you, I guess, play around with the ideas a little bit on the project, allow you to have a lot of independence, which I really appreciated, and I think that's something it's definitely something unique. I think I realized that's kind of unique to Pomona College.
What I've seen is that at liberal arts schools, we're more likely to trust a student and just set them free and kind of almost stay out of their way. I think that's the best thing I've learned over the years is you have a really good student, just get out of their way.
This is I believe so this is the monomer size with the lysozyme, and it actually gets a little darker over time. Well, this project we kind of took on a very tall task of trying to generate some asymmetry in an enzyme. Yeah, there's a lot of challenges right now for sure, but I think what was really nice in our meeting was that we were able to find some other ideas going forward. We were able to bounce ideas off each other a lot.
Did you say that you got a job?
Yeah, so I was applying to medical school this cycle, but I guess due to a variety of factors that didn't go super well. I mean, I'm not sure what the reason is. It could be my application wasn't competitive enough. It's also much harder for international students. So yeah, I got a job offer this morning for a lab working in Boston, at Boston Children's Hospital, studying diabetes and fatty liver disease. So it's very exciting. It's very similar to some of the research I've done in past summers, and I'm really excited about it.
Okay, so you're moving to Boston somewhere in the future, right?
Well, yeah, I'll be on the East Coast at some point. Right. The Chargers play the Patriots at home next year. Very excited.
So today we are at the Bernard Field Station, which is just about 5 minutes north of campus. And we're out in the field for lab for my introductory ecology class.
Remove the flag briefly, because you obviously want to make your life easy. And then dig in.
I feel really grateful that I've been able to take this class in person. Generally you take it as a freshman, but since my freshman year was online, I wanted to save it and be able to take it and I could actually come out into the field and sort of experience that side of biology. We're out here every week for lab, and just being able to, be right in the foothills of Mount Baldy and come out in nature for class every week is just a super fun experience, and yeah, I'm really grateful for it.
You're hearing back from some medical schools. How are you feeling about that whole process right now?
Yeah, it's definitely a very difficult wait, waiting for these decisions to come out. I submitted my applications sort of last May and then went through the whole interview season, and interviews actually wrapped up for me about a week and a half ago. So it takes a lot of patience to wait on these decisions, but I really hope things will work out and I'll end up somewhere where I'm meant to be.
No, yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, this is the first time we're all ideally together in a room, and we're gonna see how it goes. So you want to be able to have a good breath and be able to sustain it. So today is like the first day of rehearsal. We're getting the cast together and for the stage production. You can stand there and then Miriam will read the lines for you. Last semester we did auditions for the play. In the beginning of this year we did fill out the roles and we started the rehearsal process. So ideally by the end of this week, like this scene flick there should be done. So in the play we have our stage manager, we have a set designer, we have a lighting designer, we have a sound designer, and we also have a composer. And then we have me as a director, but I'm also in the play as well. And then we have 5 other cast members.
We are going on a great canoe trip! Yay!
Scene 1.3D, small studio interior. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the docu-series is following the making of stage production that we're doing. So all of it's real. It is almost like I said, like reality TV docu-series-esque. But yeah, it's been very fun. There's some whimsical elements as well, and it's kind of comedy-based. I think this is the possibilities of going to a school like Pomona, is that it's also just like a hub to attract these type of people that you get to meet with and collaborate with. Theater department, hands down, amazing. No one compares. It's just such a great time. Literally, whenever I think about you guys, I'm just so happy.
Have you imagined what Commencement's going to be like? Yeah, I've imagined Commencement. I guess I've tried to picture it in my head a little bit. Although, I mean, I also didn't have a high school graduation because of COVID, so the whole idea of graduation is already a little foreign to me.
I'm excited to graduate. Oh, I know that may sound very blunt, but yeah, I'm very excited to graduate.
I guess I'm excited to, have some moments of joy and spending time with people that matter to me.
Graduating friends and coaches and teammates, it sounds like this big sort of incredible celebration.
You get to see everyone like one last time. You get to see everyone's families. You get to see your family. Everyone's flying out.
Picturing like the sunny day on Marsden Quad, everyone in like their cap and their gown.
My mom has created an Excel sheet. This is where it is, and this is what we're wearing. I'll show it to you. It's really funny.
It's great energy. It's very similar to like move-in day. Everyone's really just happy.
Seeing a lot of the my friends get a lot of the awards, being inducted into the honor societies. Hopefully, I get 1 or 2 as well.
I'm excited to just be able to close out my Pomona chapter in a really special way.
This is now Maria talking to future Maria, to enjoy it as much as possible and be as present as possible, just because it's a huge moment. I really didn't graduate high school. I hope I can be present in that time of celebration.